missed their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now Newton on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. And some room to maneuver. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. The 10th carry for Hyde. Fighting through. And down inside the 15 he goes. And give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So 2nd and 10 here. Kaepernick will try again on 2nd down. This one complete right side to McDonald. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Vance McDonald, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Now Dawson for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. Caught on the left side by Ginn. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion. The slot man in motion right. Newton on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. In his own end zone, it's Kaepernick. To the right side, caught by Salah. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a pickup of 14 there. And it'll be first down 49ers. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Kaepernick gives to Hyde. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They pitch it out to Hyde. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect. But
and look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Tie game, but they'll get excellent starting field position here to begin the second half.
And it's the starting field position that makes an offensive coordinator maybe bolder than normal. Maybe you want to take the big shot right now. Go for a big play and get their attention early, or even just run your offense because you feel good about where you are and a chance to move the ball downfield.
Yeah, maybe they go for the big play. Time to find out. And this is Selleck here with a grab. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
landed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Here's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target, and it's 4th down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
And here's Phil Dawson now with a 49er field goal unit. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
Now after the made field goal, here's Dawson back out now to send this one away on the kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A strong running. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll come out in the pistol. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Wake up! Under 10!
They'll try the air now with Newton. Flush to his right. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And he's brought down. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. So this is not the QB here. They're going to do a direct snap out of the Wildcat. Out of the Wildcat, a wide receiver carry. And that formation won't yield much here as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
After the run, Newton going to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the